Okay, hello, my name is Hector Espejel. I'm doing my presentation on Presenting to Win, The Art of Telling Your Story by Jerry Wiseman. A little introduction. As a kid, I used to work a lot on things with my dad, numerous projects, whether it was working in the backyard or just fixing a table or a chair. And one thing he always taught me is that there is a right tool for every job, and that if you are using the wrong tool, it's going to be a lot harder to get the job done. I feel like in the workplace, presentations is very applicable to any industry, and there is a way to do them. And in his book, Jerry Wiseman explains numerous methods and lots of ways to get a presentation done and to, in a way, interest your listener. One of the things he talks about is WIIFY, looks like wifey. This stands for what's in it for you. This is one of the building blocks, and by this, it is a benefit to the listener because you catch their attention at the beginning, and when that's the case, it's more likely that they will pay attention to you throughout the whole presentation. I have seen wifey being used multiple times. I think in the workplace this is most useful in a sales environment. As a salesperson, anybody who's selling a car or anything, if the seller or the spokesperson puts themselves in the shoes of the person they're trying to sell something to, it is very helpful because they can present things that they think will be useful. Like if they're selling a car and the person is into music and they like to play loud music, I'm not going to spend the whole time talking about the transmission of the car. I'd probably focus on the audio and the speakers built into the car and the audio system. Wi-Fi is also the other way, from an employer standpoint. When offering a job or in an application or an interview, the employer should highlight job aspects that interest the potential employees, such as work environment, job description, tasks and duties that would potentially interest this employee to want to take the job if he was offered it. I believe that getting to know your audience is the key part of doing a presentation, especially a memorable one. He does speak about many ways to prepare. Brainstorming is one of the ways that he described. In my work environment, brainstorming is one of the most important. We all focus on individual tasks, and as a team we can focus on a larger goal. So a lot of our projects are as team, and we brainstorm and solve problems that happened and prevent them from happening in the future. I see this in lots of other parts, because I work in a bank, lots of other parts of banking, retail banking and mortgage. They're all team-based, and none of them occur without brainstorming. I also believe that what he mentioned, Jerry Wiseman said that it is crucial to get the attention at the beginning, because if you don't get their attention at the beginning, it's not likely they'll pay attention during the rest. One major problem is if you don't, then the whole time the audience will have to play catch up. If you get their interest during the middle of the presentation, then they're gonna lose. They're not going to be getting as much information because they're going to be playing catch up. So it is very important to grab their attention at the beginning. And once the speaker gets the attention to audience, it is important not to dive directly into the meat of the presentation, but instead present the hook, give a brief overview, and then allow your listener to prepare for the presentation. Bullet points are usually good outlines. There are benefits to using visual aids, but they can also be very distracting, so the speaker needs to be very careful when choosing a visual aid for their presentation. As far as application, I think this information is very important, and anybody can take use of it because everybody's going to have a job interview one day, or if they're going to have a sales job, most entry levels have some sort of sales. Anybody who knows how to say it and can say what they want in an interview will help them stand out. And to conclude, getting a job done without the proper tools is going to be a lot more hard to do than getting it done with the right tools. That's it. That's it.